As liberals bash Trump's tax cut, U.S. companies slap them with big Christmas surprise by Robert Rich for Politics U.S. News for MadWorldNews.com. Since the moment the tax bill passed, liberals have done everything they can to try to paint President Donald Trump as a bad guy for putting money back into the pockets of Americans. Unfortunately, for those saying that he was living in a fantasy land, a few massive American companies just proved them wrong by gifting Trump and the American people with quite the Christmas surprise. The left has been acting or making fools of themselves since Trump was elected, and recent days have been no different. In fact, today co-host Savannah Guthrie decided to prove just that by asking House Speaker Paul Ryan if he was living in a fantasy land, Breitbart reports. Apparently, the question came about after New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg stated that CEOs were not waiting on tax cuts to jumpstart the economy, calling it pure fantasy. Guthrie said to Ryan, "I'll ask you plainly, are you living in a fantasy world?" Okay, let's take a listen.
Problem is a lot of CEOs have said, really candidly, I'm looking at a list of CEOs who said, we don't plan to reinvest. What they're planning to do is to do stock buybacks, to line the pockets of shareholders. Let me quote Michael Bloomberg, a billionaire, hardly an enemy of business. He said, CEOs aren't waiting on a tax cut to jumpstart the economy, a favorite phrase of politicians who have never run a company or to hand out raises. It's pure fantasy to think that the tax bill will lead to significantly higher wages and growth. I'll ask you plainly, are you living in a fantasy world?
I would compare the anecdote to just the surveys of businesses like the National Association of Manufacturers surveys, which show the vast majority of businesses are going to do just what we say, reinvest in their workers, reinvest in their factories, pay people more money, higher wages.
Let me pin you down on that, though.
The data is really clear, by the way. Workers benefit from this through higher wages. It's not a question of if, it's a question of how much they benefit.
And I'm jumping in.
Well, there you have it, and we already reported on they were giving out money. Let me quote Michael Bloomberg. Okay, I'm not going to read. I would compare that anecdote to a survey of businesses. Okay. Since then, the bill passed its last vote, and it's on its way to Trump's desk, where he will sign it into law. Seeing how big businesses are now set up to keep a bit more money in their pockets, they decided to give Trump the perfect Christmas gift, proving the whiners on the left wrong in the best possible way. In all, several American companies dished out quite the Christmas surprise, a shock to doubting liberals by announcing that they would, in fact, be reinvesting in their companies and employees to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars apiece. Boeing, AT&T, and Comcast are amongst the biggest names to announce their plans so far, with more sure to come out. After Republicans passed the sweeping tax reform Wednesday, some of the largest employees in America began dropping cash bombs on their employees. The businesses also pledged to invest hundreds of millions of dollars into the American economy. The GOP tax bill cuts the corporate tax rate nearly in half, sourced the Daily Caller. Here is what has already been announced, and this is just the beginning. Boeing kicked it all off by announcing that it would be putting aside $300 million for employee-related and charitable investments in order to spur innovation and growth after the tax cuts. Comcast has announced that it will be giving $1,000 bonuses to more than 100,000 eligible frontline and non-executive employees and investing $50 billion over the next 5 years on infrastructure based on the passage of tax reform. AT&T is giving $1,000 bonuses to 200,000 U.S. employees and states that it will also increase U.S. capital spending by $1 billion because the tax bill passed. Wells Fargo hiked its pay rate to $15 an hour and states that it is now aiming for $400 million in philanthropic donations next year. due to the newly passed GOP tax bill. Fifth Third Bancorp announced its plans to raise its minimum hourly wage for all employees to $15 an hour and distribute a one-time bonus of $1,000 for more than 13,500 employees following passage of tax bill. The left is really fighting President Donald Trump's success at every turn, but you would think that even they like making money and keeping more of what they earn in the end. Their desperate attempts to make Trump's tax cut look like a bad thing isn't doing them any favors. When it comes down to it, our government spends too much and, even worse, takes too much from the people. Taxation is theft, and our founding fathers would agree Trump is giving back to the people. And if pathetic liberals have a problem with that, it says a lot more about them than it does him. Absolutely. Anybody following the Democratic way, they're on their way to poverty. The only people that can vote Democrat are the non-working welfare recipients. That's the only people that are going to go dislike Trump's tax plan. That's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.